Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hivemind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Woke rhetoric. We care so much. We'll support you to the end because social justice. You know, leftoids love to pretend as if it carries so much weight, as if they can do whatever they want, get away with whatever they want, because they're so righteous, or like self-righteous. But at the end of the day, business is business. And if you've lost the consumer, if you've lost public support, you're done. It's frickin' game over. Well, folks, I can't believe I'm saying this. What is it, the 20th time? Things just got worse for Bud Light. Literally. Again. In fact, this might be the worst headline yet. I wasn't even planning on making a Bud Light video today. I had a couple articles that I was saving for a future video, but I needed more content, and then boom. The most recent report that we're getting is that supposedly Anheuser-Busch's Bud Light is about to be dropped by Costco, at least at certain locations. Supposedly, Bud Light just received the quote, Death Star, or the Star of Death, meaning the product will likely no longer be restocked at these locations. Funnily enough, it's actually exactly what we've been saying. The sales just aren't there to justify their space at these retail locations. They're losing their spots in the coolers, on the shelves. It's phase 2, game over for Bud Light, and we haven't even hit phase 3 yet. In other words, I'll most likely be saying once again, it just got worse for Bud Light. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. Let's take a look. Get woke, go broke. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, take a look at this headline right over here from Newsweek. Photos show Bud Light with the Costco quote Death Star amid plummeting sales. Photos shared on social media show that Bud Light has allegedly received Costco's so-called Star of Death, a small asterisk at the top right-hand corner of items' price tags, which the retailer uses to signal a product that will no longer be restocked once it is sold out. Images shared on Twitter showed the price tags for Bud Light beer at different Costco stores, all marked with the Star of Death. It's unclear where the stores are located. One of the pictures shows the beer being sold at $14.97 for a 2x 12-pack, which a Twitter user said was Costco practically giving Bud Light away. Here's the tweet from a Twitter user named Colleen. At Costco this morning, they're practically giving Bud Light away. I mean, that price is unbelievable. 2 12-packs, that's basically a case of 24 for $15. Then we have another Twitter user going by the name of Shark in the Water. Costco says, Star of Death for Bud Light. It will not be restocked. Take a look at the photo. And we have another one right over here from a separate store. It seems like Bud Light is losing their spot at Costco. It's possible that Costco is maybe not just going to restock that specific product and it's going to be replaced by some other Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch product, but I highly doubt that's the case. I mean, at this point for Bud Light, I don't think they deserve the benefit of the doubt from anyone. This is disaster territory. And it's exactly what we've been saying. I predicted this a couple weeks ago, that retail buyers were just gonna stop restocking it, pull it off the shelves. And I mean retail buyers, not people buying products in retail stores, but rather the actual buyers at the corporation itself who buy the inventory. And it seems like we're already there, honestly. It seems a little bit early. Bud Light is no longer the Goliath that they were before. They don't have the pull anymore. And probably the response that Bud Light is getting at this point is something along the lines of, well, listen, we can't do anything. We know that we've had a long relationship. We understand that you guys want us to stick by you, but we simply can no longer justify stocking this product because it's not selling. You know, woke intentions and all, good intentions, business relations. At the end of the day, if product is not selling, the product can no longer stay on the shelves. It's that simple. It's not complicated. And that's the power that consumers have. Consumers, in effect, decide what's present and what's not. If consumers have enough, if they decide that they don't want anything to do with it anymore, it's game over. And if more of this starts happening, well then it's really game over. Because if Bud Light's sales numbers are down now, well, imagine what their sales numbers are going to look like when they're no longer on the shelves, when they're no longer stocked in major retailers. Especially a place like Costco. There's currently almost 600 Costco warehouses in the United States right now. That's 600 stores that possibly, a good chunk of them, if not all of of them, are now removing Bud Light or no longer stocking Bud Light. That amounts to a whole lot of lost revenue for Anheuser-Busch. And a lot of the times it's a snowball effect. If Costco's deciding to remove them from the shelves, then it's possible that the next retailer and the next retailer start following suit here, and it's possible that we see 1,000, maybe more than 1,000 stores removing Bud Light entirely. Of course, we're not there yet, and a lot of this really is speculation. It's hard to say whether that star, the supposed star of death, really means that Bud Light is done at Costco. Could mean something else, but again, I'm going to repeat the same logic as I mentioned earlier. I wouldn't be giving Bud Light the benefit of the doubt. Everything that they touch, everything around them has been crumbling. Anybody who associates themselves with this brand in collapse experiences the exact same outlook. Actually, here's a funny story that I've been keeping in my back pocket. Garth Brooks cancels his remaining Vegas shows. People stopped coming. Garth Brooks had no choice but to cancel the rest of his Las Vegas contracts. 11 shows altogether after ticket sales went into the toilet. Nobody wants to see me right now, Brooks told ALLOD correspondent Skip Tethaluda. I'm hoping it will pass. All I said was I'm gonna serve Bud Light at my new bar. Tethaluda asked Brooks about the a-hole's comment and why he would berate nearly his entire fan base. I didn't see it that way, he responded. I was just trying to be fair to everyone. Garth Brooks called people a-holes who were boycotting the brand and then stood by Bud Light and said that he'd serve it at his new bar, and well, everything around him is collapsing. He had to cancel 11 shows. His bar is probably gonna go bankrupt at this point. I mean, I'm laughing, but I guess it is sad in a certain way, but it just kind of is what it is. You know, people just need to take a hint, get the message. This woke stuff doesn't work. It's a bad idea. Don't do it. It's a hell of a drug. I get it, the attention, the feeling like you're some sort of hero. I understand it in a certain way, but it just isn't worth it. You're gonna end up going the Bud Light route, the Target route, the Garth Brooks route, or the newest edition, the Ben & Jerry's route, who on the 4th of July thought it would be a great idea not to celebrate American independence. No, of course not, nothing patriotic, but rather to trash America and to claim that stolen land should be handed back to the indigenous people, only to then get ratioed into oblivion, lose their parent company Unilever, like $2 billion in market cap, and of course to get absolutely embarrassed by actual indigenous people, or an indigenous tribe. Indigenous tribe wants Ben & Jerry's to return stolen land that their headquarters is built on. Members of an indigenous tribe who are descendants of Native Americans have reportedly expressed interest in taking back the land that is now occupied by popular ice cream makers Ben & Jerry's after the company made a controversial call for America to return stolen land. So we're waiting, Ben & Jerry's. Do the right thing. The typical response to leftoids and their activist calls, you first. Go for it. Do it. Then maybe we'll consider following suit. Obviously, you never will, because these wokesters are full of you-know-what. That's why nobody likes them, nobody trusts them, and that's why everything that goes woke turns to ish. I'm loving this new, beautiful trend, where it's not just a small little get woke, go broke backlash, it's get woke and total brand collapse. I think it's a great new standard. It's beautiful. It keeps getting worse for Bud Light, and I hope that that trend continues. That's what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. You know that we would love to have you here. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you on the next one.